Hello, and welcome back, everyone. I'm kind of torn. I don't know at this moment if I'm going to be calling this a midnight matinee or just a movie review, as my original idea for midnight matinees was to review older, more obscure movies, and yet you got to do the recent stuff in order to be recognized by YouTube. That said, this movie I still highly recommend. The Protégé was an extremely enjoyable movie. It basically is almost everything you should do right for a fun action film at the theater these days. I can't even believe this movie was made, considering how poorly most of these movies have been lately, especially the female-led action movies. This is how you make a female action-led movie. This is how you make a great movie with a great cast. You have Maggie Q as the star. She's always a winner. You got Michael Keaton, again, always a winner, and he was fantastic in this. Samuel L. Jackson. You also have Robert Patrick. And there's a few other faces you all might recognize from other moments and other shows. So let me get right to it. The Protégé is a movie about an assassin who finds a young girl during what one would assume was a mission, and he takes her under his wing and raises her. We flash forward, modern time, and Maggie Q is that young girl who's now a grown woman and a grown assassin. The opening scene after the 30-year flash forward that introduces us to her is perfection. It shows why Maggie Q is one of the best that has ever been from her many movies. Her appearances as villains, her TV show in Nikita. She's always, well, I suppose no one is always, but you can almost always count on her to be damn it, lost my train of thought. Anyways, you can almost always count on her. We'll just leave it at that. I apologize. Anyway, moving on. If you've seen the trailer, I'm going to try not to give any spoilers. You know I try not to do that, but I just can't guarantee it. What you see from the trailers is that her mentor, Samuel L. Jackson, is killed, and she goes looking for revenge. So, this is a very straightforward assassin revenge tale. But the execution, pardon the pun, is fantastic. First of all, let me also just mention the director is Martin Campbell, and he has directed some exceptional movies. He did GoldenEye, he did The Mask of Zorro, he did Casino Royale, he did Edge of Darkness, and his last one was The Foreigner with Jackie Chan, which also, by the way, was really good. The writer is, I want to say this guy's name right, I want to say it's Richard Wink. Not 100% sure I did that right. He wrote The Equalizer. He wrote The Equalizer Part 2. And he did the Jack Reacher sequel, Never Go Back. They both have other work that they've done that people may have enjoyed to varying degrees, but those are all pretty much accepted as winners. And so right off the gate with just the director and the writer, you've already got talent. Now and again, you bring in Maggie Q as Anna, and she is beautiful. She is lethal. She is a wonderful actress, and she plays the perfect assassin in this. You bring up Samuel Jackson. Now, Samuel sort of plays Samuel L. Jackson, kind of the typical character he always plays. But when you do it well, keep doing it, and he does it well once again. Michael Keaton sort of stole my focus in the trailers, and he does it again in the movie. He is just phenomenal in this, and him and Maggie have this repertoire that is very unique to these movies. It's not often done this enjoyable. It's not just two assassins chasing each other and or never even meeting until the final showdown. If you saw the trailer, there was a couple little hints that their interactions would be more unique. And let's just say for one moment that this movie in and of itself wasn't very good. Michael Keaton and Maggie Q still elevate it all the way to the top again. So it is a very good movie, but those two alone could have their chemistry, their dialogue, their reactions with each other would have elevated anything into a higher rating than it deserved. I can't give this movie a perfect score of whatever score you use. There were a couple things that, I don't know, they didn't work for me personally. So I might be letting my personal opinion get in there just a little bit. But it was almost perfect for me. It's definitely one I will probably buy, set on the shelf, and rewatch. And recommend to pretty much anyone. Have you seen The Protégé? No? My God, man, you must. So that's why it's on my channel, and why I'm trying to decide between a plain movie review or a midnight matinee. I guess you guys will know by the time I put this up. But I highly recommend this one. It's a breath of fresh air compared to what most movies have come out lately. It was also, it was nice. I don't have a problem with remakes, sequels, or adaptions of video games, movies, older movies, comic books, all that. But there's just too much. There's just too much. And so it was really a breath of fresh air to have an original IP. Not a remake, not an adaptation, not a sequel. Just new characters. Not, again, not the most original storyline, but pretty much I don't know how you even do that anymore. But it was a heck of a ride. I strongly recommend it. I really would like to tell you more about the plot, but I just don't want to spoil anything about it. It's a fun ride. I always watch movies with two sets of glasses on. 3 if you count my real glasses. One is I watched movies ever since 2015 with what I call SJW goggles. I would say this movie had none. It had not one whiff of SJW woke propaganda, bang your head against a wall, give me a break nonsense. If you think a woman in an action movie is that, then you're wrong, and we can't have a conversation. The fight scenes are incredible, very realistic, darkly realistic at moments, and it's fantastic. The other one that I often do is actually probably bring up more in my next review, because it didn't really apply to this movie. So, yeah, if you guys get a chance, if you're headed to the theater and you don't know what you want to watch, but you want to watch something different, I highly recommend The Protégé. Watch it and enjoy it. And in the meantime, leave a comment about the movie if you've seen it, if you want to see it. And just remember that all of my reviews are ironclad, so I expect nothing but sycophantic head nodding and agreements. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys all again real soon.